Cal Elementary School would like to present to you our Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan for the school year 2021-2022 with our School Head Teacher 3, Ronaldo I. Bigyan. To present to you our data for school year 2020-2021. Last school year 2020-2021, we had a total enrollment of 553 with 72 enrollees from kindergarten, 66 from grade 1, 81 from grade 2, 88 from grade 3, 63 from grade 4, 96 from grade 5, and 87 from grade 6. Last school year, we have a total number of 18 teaching and non-teaching personnel, and that includes 1 male non-teaching and 3 male teaching, as well as 14 female teaching personnel. Our 17 teaching personnel were deployed for our 553 enrollees last school year, with a teacher pupil ratio of 1 teacher is to 33 pupils. And for our teacher analysis deployment matrix, for our 553 enrollment last school year, we have provided 17 class sections and 17 teachers were deployed with 0 teachers shortage. And to present to you our successes and lessons learned from our Be-Lcp school year 2020-2021. Under Safe Operations, we have the following successful activities and implementation during the school year 2020-2021. First, we have the regular conduct of online kamustahan, which usually happens on a Friday with our school head. Next is that we have groupings of parents by CTO and or assigning CTO coordinator for the distribution and retrieval of learning materials. And lastly, we have strict implementation of safe and healthy protocols set by IATF. As for the lessons learned during the school year 2020-2021, first, we should still have a wide-range donation drive to further supplement remote means of learning without compromising the health and safety of all concerned. Another thing is that we still have to develop a contingency planning for any unexpected events like loss of power, interrupted internet connections, and among others. We still have to establish regular communication with parents for feedback and other concerns, using varied forms not limited to face-to-face transaction. and to recalibrate school-based health and safety protocols tailor-fitted with schools' resources and demographic. Still under focus on learning, in the provision for learning resources, we have the following successful activities and implementation during the school year 2020-2021. First is assuring module quality in terms of language and content. Next is the procurement of additional printers used in printing supplemental materials. For the different lessons learned during the school year 2020-2021, under the provision for learning resources, we have the following: development of a technical team that will ensure alignment of modules with the lessons, organizing an ethics committee to check for inappropriate contents and compliance for the intellectual property code, and well-crafted contingency plans in case of module delay from the regional and division offices. Under well-being and protection, we have the following successful activities and implementation last school year 2020-2021. First is a strict observance to prescribed protocols of IATF and DOH to ensure the health and safety of the personnel, parents, pupils, and stakeholders. Second, we have the school personnel who practices the alternative work arrangement or AWA. Third is a regular virtual meeting, that is our online kamustahan, to support teachers' well-being. And lastly, encouragement for teaching staff to be vaccinated. For the lessons learned last school year, we have the following. First, we still have to develop a more sustainable and comprehensive platform to monitor teachers' health status. Another thing is that we still have to develop an online focus groups where teachers can share personal experiences and receive advice from their colleagues. And lastly, there should be a continued researching on other personal anti-COVID protection tools. Under the Reaching the Marginalized, we have the following successful activities and implementation during the school year 2020-2021. First, we have this child mapping done through text messages, video calls, and other platforms. We have this involvement of stakeholders to reach children living in far-flung areas. We have crafting of an inclusive enrollment process that is based on the resource of the pupils. And we also have this donation drive to support the school's printing of modules like printer, photocopier, bond papers, and inks. And for the different lessons learned, under this key dimension, reaching the marginalized during the school year 2020-2021, we have the following. First is that we still have to develop a more holistic system that will tackle the needs of the learners. Next is that we have to develop camaraderie with stakeholders even more. We still have to tap potential sponsors for educational gadgets and supplies other than cell phones. We still have to have a wide range donation drive to further supplement remote means of learning. And lastly, that we need to reconsider as one lessons learned during the school year 2020-2021 is providing a contingency planning for any unexpected events like loss of power, interrupted internet connections, etc. Another key dimension is the education financing. And during the school year 2020-2021, we have the following successful activities and implementation. First is the procurement of PPEs and other supplies. And lastly, the proper and timely utilization of MOOE budget. The different lessons learned under this key dimension, education financing, are as follows. First is that we have to develop other sources of funding like donation drives, online raffles, etc. to further support the financial needs of the school. That we still have to strengthen support from stakeholders. And lastly, we need to prioritize first things first to support school needs. we would like to present to you the best practices of Bukal Elementary School for the school year 2020-2021. First, we have Project Sagip, which stands for School Assistance and Guidance for Improvement and Protection. It is a school-based project that involves practices and activities for school personnel's awareness to address possible calamities that may cause human and non-human destruction. Next is Project Scan, Securing Community in Adopting New Normal, a school-based project that ensures the health and safety of the personnel, parents, pupils, and stakeholders. Project Paper, Parents and Peer Empowerment in Reading, a CIP project to improve the reading performance of pupils while at home, leading to higher MPS and numeracy. Project RISE, Research Improvement for School Entity, a school-based project that improves the literacy and numeracy skills of learners who are the primary beneficiaries of research findings and research-based interventions. Project SAGPE, Strengthening Access to Guide Pupils Towards Education. It ensures that the school caters all school-age pupils in the community. And lastly, Project KSP, Know School Priorities. This project anticipates the needs of the school and give immediate attention to which should be prioritized first. To present to you the survey results for school year 2021-2022. We have here the enrollment survey results for school year 2021-2022. We have a total of 491 enrolled pupils, or 97% of the expected total number of enrollment for this year. That is with 269 male and 222 female enrolled pupils. Here's the survey results for the available devices or gadgets at home used by our learners. Okay, as shown on the table, the gadget that got the most number of responses is the cell phone or smartphone with 328 responses, followed by TV and cell phone with 81 responses and 25 responses for the non-device or non-gadgets. Another survey results is on internet signal. As shown on the table, we have 375 responses for yes with internet signal and 116 responses for no internet signal. This only shows that our learners have an internet signal and that the school and us teachers will have an easier communication with them in the dissemination of information as to distribution and retrieval of modules and other school matters. Since our learners have an internet signal in their area, the question is, how do they connect with internet to help in their studies? Here's the survey results. The most number of responses goes to the use of mobile data only, with 368 responses, followed by mobile data and broadband with 45 responses, and 28 responded for no internet available in the area. As to the preferred distance learning modality of our parents and learners, here's the survey results. The most number of responses goes to modular learning only or printed with 394 responses, followed by blended learning with 53 responses, and 25 responded to online learning, television, radio, and modular learning. So what are the challenges that affect the learning process? Here's the survey results. 22% responded to lack of gadgets and equipments. 29% responded to lack of gadgets, equipments, insufficient load allowance. 20% responded to lack of available gadgets, equipment, insufficient load, data allowance, and unstable mobile internet connection. And 11% responded to insufficient load, data allowance only. Asking the parents if they will allow their children to attend limited face-to-face instruction, here is the survey results. 211 responded to yes to limited face-to-face instruction allowed by the parents, and 253 responded to no to limited face-to-face instruction. A total of 491 responses. Okay, so it only shows on this graph that still parents are hesitant to permit or allow their children to attend to limited face-to-face classroom instruction. Okay, on this survey results, it is shown here the reason of saying no by our parents, why they do not allow their children to attend limited face-to-face instruction. Okay, as shown on this graph, 70% responded to fear of COVID-19 and 30% responded to some other reasons as provided in the survey. So from this graph, it is very obvious that the parents are still hesitant of allowing their children to attend limited face-to-face instruction because of fear of COVID-19, because of fear of having their children get infected by the said virus. Let's now proceed to the school modality to be used for school year 2021-2022. Okay, for the school modality, or as to what kind of modality was used during the school year 2020-2021, and what modality of learning will be used for school year 2021-2022. Okay, for school year 2020-2021, we have 72% who responded for modular print, 18% for blended learning, and 10% for other responses. So it only shows that last school year the modality used was modular print modality of learning. And then for school year 2021-2022, 80% responded for modular print, 11% for blended, and 9% for other modalities. So once again, for this school year, we will be using still the modular print modality of learning. Let me now present to you the matrix of our LCP operationalization for school year 2021-2022. For our master plan, we have the Learning Continuity Plan framework. For the pre-implementation stage, we have the following activities. First is the online meeting. Next is the information dissemination through forwarding of online link through school page, chat groups, and other platforms, followed by the monitoring, harvesting of online enrollment, and survey form. Then, we have the Brigada Eskwela and Brigada Pagbasa followed by submission and approval of sectioning and class program, and lastly, the finalization of enrollment and learning modalities. And it's going to be undertaken from August 2021 until September 2021. And the difficulties or challenges that we have encountered during this activities are as follows: lack or poor internet connection, and the do's and don'ts brought about by pandemic itself. The people involved are the following: school head, teachers, LGU, and parents. The source of fund will be coming from the MOOE, Teachers Initiative, or Stakeholders Donation. And for the management of daily operation from kindergarten to grade 6, and the learning modality preference is modular learning print, we have here the following process. First is the setting of class schedule and distribution and retrieval of learning materials, which will be undertaken from August to September 2021, followed by parents' orientation regarding the process of submission, retrieval of learning materials through videos sent via messenger and other possible platform where health and safety of all concerned will not be compromised, and the pre-assessment for the baseline data of school PPAs. This will be from 1st to 2nd week of September. Next is the distribution and retrieval of learning modules, worksheets, and other activity sheets by CTO, and this will be on a weekly basis, preferably Monday. And then checking of activity sheets, worksheets, relay results to parents through chat, phone calls, face-to-face with observers on new normal health protocols. This will be from Tuesday to Friday or as needed. And the last one is the monthly assessment, which will be given on the last week of the month. For the monitoring and evaluation, we have the following activities. First is the monitoring of pupils' learning performance. And the strategies are as follows: getting of assessment results for remedial instruction, and this could be given every end of the month, and the people involved here are the school head, teachers, pupils, parents. Next, strategies still under the monitoring of pupils and learning performance. We have the analysis per grading period, MPS for analysis of least mastered competencies and consolidation. This is done quarterly, and the people involved are the school head, teachers, pupils. And the last strategy under this activity is the quarterly reporting through card signing, and this is done quarterly, and the people involved are the school head, teachers, pupils, and parents. Next activity is the technical assistance, and the strategies are the following. First, we have the conferences through Google Meet, Zoom, chats, phone calls. It could be face-to-face interaction following new normal health protocol, and technical assistance from the school head and or district supervisor. This is done quarterly or as needed, and the people involved are the school head, teachers, and parents. Next activity is the gathering feedbacks. The strategies here are as follows: asking for suggestions for better performance, gathering questions, suggestions from parents, guardians, and other stakeholders, technical assistance from the school head and or district supervisor. And this is done quarterly, and the people involved are the school head, teachers, and parents. For the matrix of LCP operationalization under safe operations, prior to school year 2021-2022, we have the following activities: redesign classrooms and school area, information dissemination with regards to the new normal school rules, provide individual envelopes and boxes of learning materials by subject area. When school year 2021-2022 was opened, there should be a strict observance to health and safety protocols. There should be a strict adherence to the new normal school rules, and there should be a minimized face-to-face transactions. When limited in-person classes are allowed, intensify a more strict observance to health and safety protocols. Information dissemination with strict observance to the new normal rules. There should be a regular disinfection of classroom facilities before and after class. Under well-being and protection, prior to school year 2021-2022, a scheduled AWA or alternative work arrangement among the teaching personnel, and the school should include PPEs for procurement. When school year 2021-2022 was opened, there should be a strict observance of the AWA, and the school should provide PPEs for teachers, classrooms, office, and other area within the school premises. And when limited in-person classes are allowed, there should be a regular monitoring of teachers' health condition, as well as the school should provide PPEs for teachers, pupils, classrooms, office, and other area within the school premises. Next is focus on learning. Prior to school year 2021-2022, the school should plan PPAs for pupils' remediation and enhancement activities, as well as the school should plan for the attendance in LAC sessions and webinars to upgrade the teaching strategies in the new normal. When school year 2021-2022 was opened, PPAs must be properly implemented, as well as the teacher should attend LAC sessions and webinars to upgrade their teaching strategies in the new normal. When limited in-person classes are allowed, still all PPAs must be properly implemented, and there should be a continuous attendance to LAC sessions and webinars to upgrade their teaching strategies in the new normal. Next is reaching the marginalized. The school should plan PPAs for pupils at risk prior to school year 2021-2022, as well as ask assistance and support from potential stakeholders. When school year 2021-2022 was opened, the school should implement PPAs for pupils at risk and mobilize stakeholders' assistance and support. And when limited in-person classes are allowed, the school should enhance and improve the implemented PPAs for the pupils at risk and continuous mobilization for stakeholders' assistance and support. Under education financing, prior to school year 2021-2022, the school should plan for a wise budget allocation to support the school needs. The school should prospect for stakeholders who are capable of supporting the school PPAs. And when school year 2021-2022 was opened, the school should allocate budget for school needs and priorities and solicit support from stakeholders. And when limited in-person classes are allowed, the school should allocate more budget for school needs and priorities, as well as intensify good camaraderie to continuously solicit stakeholder support to school PPAs. Moving on to the sample class program for school year 2021-2022. Here is the sample class program for school year 2021-2022. This is from grade 3 Catlea, and the modality is modular distance learning. Okay, from Monday to Friday, we have the following schedule from 8 o'clock to 10:30. We have Filipino, English, Mathematics, Araling Palipunan, and Homeroom Guidance. And from 10:30 to 11 o'clock, remedial reading schedule. It could be Filipino first or English first on the schedule. Okay, and then from 1 o'clock to 3:30 will be Science and Health, ESP, MTB, MAPE. And then from 3:30 to 4 o'clock, another remedial reading for this schedule. Okay, and on a Friday, after the homeroom guidance activities, from 10:30 onwards will be the turn-in and retrieval of modules by CTO. And also on this schedule, it will be the time for the teachers to do other related tasks like self-assessment task, portfolio preparation for the coming week, like reflective journal and other learnings. And now moving on to the synthesis of our learning continuity plan for school year 2021-2022. The beginning of school year 2021-2022 marks another month of learning continuity to succeed. PTA conferences will constantly be held using all the possible platforms for the information dissemination, guidance, and transparency. In case of unavoidable face-to-face interaction, it is limited and parents will be grouped according to CTO. Likewise, in the distribution and retrieval of modules to sustain the safety of everybody and to avoid crowding in school. Teachers will strictly follow the alternative work arrangement or AWA for the safety of their colleagues. Instructions to be given to learners are austerely based from MELC and modify the activities when needed to focus learners with their lessons. To do so, tagalized learning materials will be given, including parent coaching, so that they can easily guide their learners in doing the activities. In events wherein learners will not able to get their learning materials, teachers will request the help of some neighborhood to drop by their modules or activity sheets so that they can also accomplish their activities and pass it also on time. In time of crisis like this, the assistance of stakeholders is much more appreciated. School will tap alumni, LGU, parents to support the needs of teachers, parents, and pupils. MOOE and other donations will be spent wisely to support the needs of the school. A year of pandemic was successfully surpassed, and another school year, 2021-2022, is nearly approaching. But the goal to educate our learners is always our priority. With the help of every concerned individuals in the community and the courage of everyone in the educational system, then it would be a more successful year ahead.